to the people of our great nations. In a world where we are seemingly constantly in some form of turmoil, you have to wonder, can the Avatar really take all of our burdens and solve all of our problems? I might be criticized by some and lauded by others for saying that, but I think it's a valid question. Here's the thing, friends. The Avatar is human, just like us. Although the Avatar is also infused with Rava's spirit, the Avatar is not of two natures. The person that houses Rava's spirit is entirely human and distinct from Rava, who is entirely spirit. This is supported by the fact that Rava can be removed from the person of the Avatar, as Unalaq of the Northern Water Tribe demonstrated. If these two natures were truly one, it could not be distinguished and separated in that way. Additionally, we know that in the time of Avatar 1, before he was called the Avatar, he was just one. Similarly, Rava was still entangled with Batu in an endless chaotic fight for balance. Again, this shows that the two are completely separate from one another, and each only has one nature. The Avatar is human and can die, like the rest of us. If the Avatar cycle is disrupted, the entire legacy of the Avatar is no more. Even in that way, we can see the mortality of the Avatar. Since Rava is spirit, Rava cannot truly die in the way that we die. Furthermore, because Rava is spirit, Rava is much more powerful than we are. Rava also isn't bound by human limitations such as finitude, hunger, thirst, or aging. Does this make the Avatar any less important for the world? No. For all the criticisms the Avatar has gotten in the past, I dare anyone who has pointed their finger in anger at the Avatar to try and take the role of protecting the world, physical and spiritual, and serving the world. It's an immense burden, and I admire the Avatars that we've had, even if they aren't perfect. Let us remember that the work that they do is for us. Each Avatar that I know of gave their lives in service for us, so how can we take that for granted? Can we truly say that we would do better in their shoes? We are not perfect, so if the Avatar is human just like us, why should we expect them to be? So this brings me back to the original question. Can we reasonably hope in the Avatar, or are we all hopeless? The answer is hard to say since the Avatar is finite. We can't reasonably place our full dependency on them, even if they want what is good for us. The Avatar has limits like all of us, and our needs, our lowliness, our desires are abundant. The only thing that could truly satisfy us would be infinite, but neither Rava nor the person whom Rava resides in is infinite. They're just creatures of a vast creation. Again, this assumes that the Avatar will always have our best interests in mind. However, because of the Avatar's human component, which seems to be the one that has active agency, meaning that the human individual is the one that makes the decisions, their actions are dependent on their morality. Again, the Avatar is not perfect. Past Avatars have made bad decisions before. Furthermore, in what I know from their history, Rava is somewhat passive in human affairs in the Avatar. So all the consequences of the actions taken by the Avatar, good or bad, should fall under the person, not Rava. From this, we see an issue. So far we have established that the Avatar is finite and cannot possibly sustain every person's desires, hopes, or needs. And the Avatar must consistently want and choose what is good for our sakes in order to be a good savior of the world. The one point I haven't mentioned yet is that the Avatar doesn't have foresight. Don't mistake this as an insult. What I mean is that the Avatar, because they are finite, they are not outside of time nor space. They don't know what happens in the end, so they can only solve problems that are currently ailing the people, or take measures to prevent catastrophes from coming up in the future. However, they cannot reconcile the past, at least not more than you or I could by our own authority. They do not know our ultimate ends, what will happen to us at the end of time, or even at the end of our lives. They are not omniscient, omnipotent, or omnipresent. The Avatar is finite, just like us. My friends, I do not wish to disrespect the Avatar. especially considering the great service they have done for us throughout our many generations. However, it would be folly for me to place absolute reliance on the Avatar to always help us. They are not all that different from us, in fact. That's not a bad thing. It means that the Avatar will very much be able to understand our joys and our sorrows, which is the force that moves them to do good for us. But as part of being a finite being, they have limitations. I cannot conscientiously place my full reliance on the Avatar. It would be unfair for them. The Avatar is not the ruler of the universe. They are like us in our lowliness. I have too many issues, burdens, and flaws for the Avatar to be able to fix. My heart longs for something that is greater than all of us, greater than the universe. Maybe one day we'll see that come into the world. But for now, let us just help and take care of each other. If every person helped those that were nearest to them, the world would become a much better place. Imagine if we were all stars in the night sky. If every person let their light shine, then the whole world would be illuminated. Let us be moved by love for one another and help each other. Let us plant seeds of a kingdom greater than ourselves. This kingdom, it would be greater than Omashu, greater than Ba Sing Se, greater than the Fire Nation, and even greater than the universe. This effort would span countless generations, so we should start right away. Now that is something we can place our hope towards. Yours truly, Ni Kien-lung.